Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do for the edging is to thread your beads for that first row. And Linda makes a great point in the pattern that you're going to need over 600 beads for the whole pattern, but you don't want to have to push 600 beads down along your yarn during the whole edging process. So just thread the number of beads that you need for this row. Then when you begin the next row needing beads, you can break your yarn, fasten off, thread as many beads as you'll need for the next row, rejoin your yarn, and begin again. It's a much easier process than trying to push all those beads along your yarn. Okay, so to start your edging, you're going to be working along the bottom curved edge of your shawl. I just have a little swatch here that we're going to show the edging on. But you're going to be working in the ends of your double crochet rows. You can see them here. You can see that little space at the end of the row where the last stitch or the last chain 3 is. That's where you're going to be working for the beaded edge. So for the first row of the edging, you will have threaded 159 beads. And you're going to be doing beaded single crochets in this row. And this is actually the wrong side of the work facing you. The beads are going to end up on the back of the stitch. That's the right side of the shawlette. And you're still working with the larger hook for this. And I'm not doing the actual beginning edge. I just want to show you that beaded single crochet stitch. So the repeat for the edging has you alternate between a regular single crochet and a beaded single crochet. So let's do a beaded single crochet. Into the stitch, yarn over and bring up a loop, and then you bring up your first bead. And I like to bring probably about 5 to 10 beads up at a time. See that? And I like to hold them in my hand as I do a couple of stitches. So I'm ready to finish that single crochet. I'm just going to push a bead up behind the work, yarn over again, and finish that single crochet. So let's do that again. A single crochet, and then a beaded single crochet. So it starts like a single crochet, and then push a bead up behind the work, and finish the single crochet. So you can't see them here on this side, but when you flip over, they sit right there. Let's do a few more of those. Single crochet. I like to work into the stitch on the edge and not into this space. I'm going to thread up another bead. Oop, make sure that stays behind. There are a lot of people that'll work between the last 2 stitches, and that to me makes a nice big hole, and I don't necessarily want that. So I try and work under 2 strands. You can see 2 strands over my hook when I work into an edge. Another beaded single crochet, so I bring that bead up behind, and you're just going to work in that fashion from one end to the other as the pattern indicates. Okay, so here we are. You finished the first row of the edging. If I flip it over, you can see all those pretty little beads. And you're going to fasten off, cut your yarn and fasten off, because for the second row you actually go back and begin in the same place. You're not going to flip it over like you traditionally would. You're going to go back and you're going to start back in the same place. So for round 2, you'll rejoin the yarn in the same place. And you shouldn't have any beads left at this point. You should have used them all. So you'll rejoin your yarn for row 2, and you're going to chain 3. So in this row, you're going to set up the V stitches that start some of the shaping in the edging. I'm going to show you that real quick. So V stitch is simply double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet all in the same stitch. So it goes like this. Double crochet, chain 1, and then another double crochet back in the same stitch. And you can see that that forms a nice V shape. And so you'll continue as the pattern indicates across that second row.